Weeks after that incident happened, Callista ended up hanging out with Jeb again. She missed him. She missed being with him. Many months they didn't pay attention because of their wrong decisions. At the end of the day, she still missed him.
Do you want to go to Sagada?
They climbed to the peak of Marlborough Hills, and when they finally reached the top, Callista was in awe. It is so breathtaking. It feels like heaven for them.
It's so beautiful. I'm with him. The sunrise meets his eyes. He is so perfect.
I love you. No need to say it back. Don't worry. You're still probably hurt by your past relationship.
I love you.
What?
John Dreb, again. I love you so much. Dreb, I love you too. I don't have anyone to compare this with because you're my first love. But I'm sure that I loved you before and I love you still.
No hesitations from now on.
No hesitations from now on.
Few months later, before classes start, and they are still together. They choose to be together, and yes, they are in a relationship.
One time, we decided to hang out. This is so cool.
She felt like all her neurons woke up. He gave Callista a sideways glance, and his eyes were full of happiness. He parked the car and they saw a beautiful view of the sea. It's almost sunset.
Thank you for always making me happy. I won't forget this day. It's a memorable one.
I brought our matching bracelets. I promise for a lifetime bond between us. I promise that we'll never leave each other's side and always be there for each other. When you're tired, I'm just here all the time. I, Laxos Chandra Montero, is giving you the assurance of being with you forever and always be there by your side, protect you, and will spend the rest of this lifetime with you.
Under the sun and under the same sky, I, Callista Reyes Guevara, is accepting your vow and promise to spend the rest of this lifetime with you, loving you to the fullest. Under this beautiful sunset, I promise to never leave you, no matter what. I love you, my safe heaven.
Weeks have passed and they started to get busy. They seldom talk and see each other. Drab is busy with her articles. Whenever they see each other, Callista feels like something has changed. Because they have some stuff to settle with their family in a Montero law firm, and Drab was asked by his parents to take care of it while Callista was left at the dorm alone. Drab stayed at their firm for a while. Drab texted Callista that they are not going to go home together because of the presentation project with his partner Karel G. Callista is now in the room, sleeping while waiting for the professor. Drab told Callista several times that he'll make time but nothing happens. It makes the situation worse. Callista is hoping for a fast forward to good days with him.
Callie, go with me to the library.
Sure, I'm not doing anything.
Callista and Theo went to the library.
I moved to the other row of shelves, and I did not expect what I saw. He's laughing with a girl, Karilji. What's worse is that the girl pinches both sides of his cheeks. He's still laughing. I sarcastically thought this is what a presentation with a partner looks like.
Callista didn't notice that her tears fell out while watching the two. She immediately wipes it and walks out of the library. On the other hand, Drab saw Callista walking away from the library. He tried to call Callista but Callista didn't bother to return. Drab got pissed off as he saw Callista with Theo walking away. Months have passed and they never get the chance to talk about the things they used to. Their future, their plans for each other, and even little things that made him happy. She tried to call when she reached the dorm, but suddenly she heard the girl pick up the phone.
Hey, who is this?
It's Dreb's girlfriend, Karel G.
Her chest hurts like being stabbed by a dagger 1,000 times. Callista immediately hung up the call. All these days, Callista is still hoping that they can fix it. Jeb has been busy these days continuing with the collaboration of her project with Karel G. Until he is at Karel's house doing the presentation, when he charges his phone and asks Karel that he'll be staying outside to catch fresh air, he hears his ringtone ring and it is answered by Karel.
Hey, what are you doing? Why did you do this, you stupid? We're only parties in presentation.
No, because I love you, Dreb.
Tangina, leave Kali alone.
Jeb burst out in anger and grabbed his keys, walking away outside to go home. He's on his way to their dorm. He missed Callista and he needed to talk but she didn't reply, so he texted Jen and Theo, but they also don't know where Callista is. He opened her closets and he saw empty storage, no clothes or other stuff that is owned by Callista. A week has passed and Callista is still not talking to anyone. No one dares to find her, no one dares to save her. Crying and drinking herself to sleep, Jeb got home in the firm. His phone suddenly rang and it was Zion. Zion texted him that she needs to pick her girlfriend at the bar because Callista is drunk. Jeb immediately went to the location and saw Callista holding a glass of liquor.
What's that, Dreb? I wanna go home. Can you take me home, Dreb, for the last time?
Cal, can I explain? My grandfather is sick in the hospital and the law firm is going down because of the millions of money we borrowed from Carol's family in their law firm. Cal, I'm always busy because I'm working to help our family pay the money we use. That's why I always have Carol with me. I always lie to you because I don't want you getting worried about me. And the last time you saw me with Carol in the law firm, I was from the hospital. I passed out due to over fatigue. And lastly, that incident happened. Carol isn't my girlfriend. We're just doing a presentation. I have no idea she answered your calls.
I'm tired of myself, Dreb. I was upset because I'm not this selfish before. You're my rest in this cruel world, but Mahal, I'm sorry. But I'm tired already.
Take a rest. Mahal, not for us, but for yourself.
Tomorrow came and Jeb plans to talk to Callista. When he enters the classroom, he's so confused why everybody is talking about the scholarship abroad that one of the classmates granted. Jeb turned his gaze to Callista's chair, but she's not here, so he asked Jen.
Jen, where's Kali?
She won't be here. Follow her there. I hope you'll get to see her for one last time. When you catch her there, please don't stop her from leaving. Don't stop her decision and choose to understand that you both need to take a break and you both have to chase different dreams, have separate roads to take.
They took the ride to the airport. Jeb was full of confusion, pain, and emotions he cannot be able to explain. He rushed towards Callista as he held the girl's hands tighter than he ever did before. He looked deep into Callista's eyes, and there he went weak.
Why are you going to leave? Why did you tell me?
Because I can't afford to leave seeing you here. I can't leave you.
Then, why are you doing this?
Because I need to. Mahal, do me a favor too, please. I'll choose myself for now. Dreb, please set me free already.
Did I exhaust you too much?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mahal. I wasn't enough to fix you. I forced myself to do things that I wasn't capable of doing for you.
You are my comfort. You fix me enough.
We're not enough for the both of us. We need to take a rest. I'll be back. I wanna see you in 6 years later as a successful lawyer. Heal yourself, Mahal.
See you soonest, my future prosecutor.
I'll be back and we'll start again, my heaven. See you in our puhun, my future lawyer.
Jeb went home, but he felt like his heart stayed on the airport, sending Callista away.
Kali being 1,000 kilometers away from me. What if she'll find someone there? Someone will become her tahanan while I'm here longing for her.
6 years had passed. Jeb was a successful lawyer and Callista chose to be low-key on living in New York as a successful prosecutor. 6 years is enough to rest for the both of them. He wasn't able to keep in touch with the girl because he swore that he will give them both a pahinga. He only waited silently and patiently for the girl to come home into his arms again, while Callista, on the other side, had found her peace while having her rest. She missed her pahinga so much that she also cannot wait to come back to her tahanan's embrace. Are they ready to fight their love again? Their heart says yes. On the other hand, Callista Ruiz Guevara, a woman in her 20s, deeply in love with Laxas Chandra Montero, cannot keep calm while waiting for her departure. In a few minutes, it will be Callista's flight. Callista doesn't want to miss her flight. She badly misses Dreb already. Dreb is waiting at the airport to fetch Callista and he has so much excitement in his whole system after seeing Callista tweeted that the plane will take off. Dreb was impatient as he estimated that he had waited for almost 18 hours and 30 minutes already. He taps his foot as he becomes bothered. He kept checking Twitter and there are no recent tweets from her. He continued to scroll down and refresh his timeline. As he refreshed again, news from KM popped up in his newsfeed. KM Flight BA0626 reportedly crashed while on its way to the Philippines. 20 civilians are found and 329 are missing. Dreb rushed into the hospital as he waited for the patients of the plane crash, hopefully wishing that Callista is also found and alive. He looked at the nurse while the nurse got a rush patient. The nurse reported and Dreb immediately looked at the patient. Callista Ruiz?
I immediately held the stretcher and rushed away to the ER. Mahal, hang in there.
Mahal.
Mahal, let's talk. You'll be okay.
Dreb, do you still love me, Dreb?
Dreb closes his eyes. It hurts him and it scares him seeing Callista in this situation. He waited for her for 6 years and it's fine, but this time, he cannot wait his entire life if she will be gone.
I love you, Kali. I still want to marry you.
Dreb couldn't stop his cry until they reached the ER, and Dreb is outside staring a glimpse of a clear window outside the ER. He found the girl's eyes closed and already unconscious.
Callista, breathe! Baby, please. I need you to breathe.
The nurse is slowly pumping and looked at her wristwatch. Time of death, 11:51 p.m. Pahinga chose to rest forever.
I waited for you, but I didn't save you. I thought you just had to rest temporarily. Why did you do this for life?
Sir, we found this on Callista Racebug.
Dreb accepted the stuff. As he opened the remaining items, he found a small box and he immediately took it. Right as he opened it, a small piece of paper fell at Trump. The bracelet they had before is inside. Dreb immediately picks the paper up to read what is written. Mahal, tapos ko nang piliin ang sarili ko. Piliin naman natin yung tayo habang buhay.
What habang buhay I'll face alone, Mahal?
His grief took him a long time to heal. There's one thing he realized a lot, that no matter how beautiful the sunset is, it signifies the end. After 2 years, Dreb landed the flower he bought out of the cemetery and tucked on the tombstone. Dreb was about to cry when someone cried behind him. He was shocked and looked up at the woman crying. It was Karel G. Attorney Karel G is crying when she places a bouquet of flowers in Callista's tomb. He didn't understand at first, but gradually he understood it well. Karel G stayed beside Dreb in his darkest days. Actually, they became a couple.
Kali, you're too mean. Karel, I know what she wants. To live like before. The ongoing love. She wants me to be free from the bracelet of promises I give to her. But it's not that easy. Because even if I love again, it won't be the same love anymore.
I know she's just one, Dreb. And I am not trying to replace her. I am not trying to be her.
I know. I love you because it's you.
Kali is free. You have to set yourself free too, Dreb.
Drab and Karelji are getting married. They were together for a year after Callista died. Drab fixed his bow tie and smiled at himself through his reflection in the mirror. Sierra entered the room where he was staying so he looked at her friend. Sierra's eyes were teary as she looked at Drab, and Drab went closer to her to hug her tight.
You deserve this. You deserve this happiness.
When the entourage was called along with Drab, there's only happiness. It is such a happy day. High sunshine but cloudy in many shades. The breeze is softly swaying the leaves of the trees around the church. They laugh and talk. No tears and no one was crying. And when Karalji showed up after the entourage, that's when he cried. Dreb cried while watching the woman he would be with until his old age. A song played that he was not familiar with. Perhaps Karalji chose. She's wearing a grand wedding gown with accessories that she deserves to have. She's smiling so beautifully. Directly she and Dreb think of each other. Dreb held her hand. They were all smiling. They walked in front of the altar and Dreb started his vow.
You always say that our love story isn't for the books, but I never believe in that. You always say that it's because we had a faster love. We didn't have much to tell our children one day.
I beg to disagree, attorney. This love is still one for the books, and I will do everything for this to have a happy ending.
There's no need to worry because I always come home to you, Karel. Let's be together until we grow old.
In the venue after the wedding, Karalji came out first to greet their guest. Dreb was left alone in a room, and his tears slowly fell.
I'm sorry. I love her. I'm sorry.
He took out his pocket the promise bracelet that Callista had given him after her death. He sat down on the sofa and kissed the bracelet lightly.
Are you happy for me, Mahal? I'm sure you are, because you're like that. You're always happy for others though you're hurting. This will be the last time I'm calling you Mahal. This will be the last time I'm telling you how much I love you. And when I come out here, I'll forget my love for you. It's your birthday tomorrow. And I don't actually plan to get married the day before your birthday. But today is Karel's birthday. I'm sorry, Mahal. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'm sorry. I am really sorry. Callista, I love you. I love you so much. And again, it will be the last time.
And now, Dreb knows what is a freeing love. Sometimes it's the love that forgets, a love that hurts, a love that you have to let go, a love that you have to give up on. It is an ending that will surely make everyone cry, an ending that will never be forgotten. Callista is Dreb's greatest blessing, but not his answered prayer. I guess Dreb's story will continue, but Callista and Dreb's chapter ends here.